Let's get one thing straight from the beginning. Being kind is not enough. If you think living with a pure heart will guarantee you success, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Deep down, you already know this, even if you don't want to admit it. How often have you done the right thing, only to be overlooked, underestimated, or even exploited? You were taught that honesty brings rewards, that goodness shines through. But the world doesn't work that way. It doesn't reward the pure-hearted. It rewards those who know how to protect themselves, to play wisely. And this is where Machiavelli's genius comes into play. Machiavelli understood something few people dare to face. Human nature can be selfish, unpredictable, even ruthless when it needs to be. In The Prince, he made it clear, virtue without strategy is weakness, and goodness without caution is a trap. Now ask yourself, how many times have you fallen into that trap? Think about those you admire, those who rise to power, those who leave a mark. Do you really believe they succeeded by simply being kind? No. They succeeded because they combined principles with strategy, because they understood that morality used wisely becomes strength, but morality used blindly becomes a liability. The problem isn't your goodness. It's that you expect everyone else to live by your rules, but they don't. The world is crowded with predators who mask themselves as friends, and opportunists who can sense your kindness like blood in the water. And unless you learn to defend yourself, you will always be the easiest prey. That's why Machiavelli offers something better: strategic kindness. This doesn't mean abandoning your values. It means using your kindness intelligently, knowing when to trust, when to hold back, when to act. Machiavelli said it's better to be feared than loved if you must choose. And you, haven't you always chosen love? Haven't you always chosen to be liked, to be accepted, to be seen as the good one? But what has that truly earned you? Not respect, not power, only an invisible target on your back. Understand this: kindness without strength invites pity, not admiration. The world respects power, not pure intentions. I'm not saying to stop being good. I'm telling you to stop being naive. Real virtue is not about surrender. It's about wisely balancing ethics and pragmatism. Machiavelli also taught that perception is everything. It's not enough to be strong. You must appear strong. It's not enough to be smart. You must project intelligence. Think about how often you've seen the less competent rise above the truly skilled. Why? Because they understood one thing. In this world, it's not enough to be good. You must look good, too. People follow confidence. They follow those who control the narrative, those who seem decisive, even if they aren't perfect behind the curtain. This is where many good people fail. They believe merit alone will carry them. It won't. The world rewards not those who are right, but those who know how to shape how others see them. Remember, perception is reality. If you seem weak, you will be treated as weak. If you seem unsure, your talents will be overlooked. Project value, and the world will mirror that back to you. And this brings us to an even deeper power: the control of information. The greatest mistake kind people make is thinking that total honesty is always noble. It isn't. In a world obsessed with advantage, information is leverage. Machiavelli warned that a ruler must never reveal all his intentions, not because he must lie, but because vulnerability makes you an easy target. Speak less than you know. Reveal only what you choose. Let others wonder, let them guess, because the moment you become an open book, you surrender your power. Strategic silence is a weapon. It creates mystery, it draws attention, and more importantly, it keeps others on uncertain ground. Think about it. The most powerful people you admire, are they the ones who share every thought, every feeling, or the ones who always seem to know a little more than they say? Learn from them. Control what you reveal. Speak when necessary, and when you do, make every word count. And remember another crucial lesson: unpredictability. If people can always predict your reactions, your decisions, your emotions, they can control you. But if you remain unpredictable, if you stay just out of reach, you force others to respect you. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. A leader who is unreadable holds the upper hand. A leader who always acts the same way loses it. Finally, understand the power of strategic distance. Being too available makes you common. Scarcity creates value. Absence magnifies presence. Those who command the most respect are not those who chase attention, but those who choose when and where to appear. Their presence feels earned, not expected. In a world full of noise, become rare. In a world full of overexposure, cultivate mystery. Kindness is powerful, but only when guarded by strength, strategy, and intelligence. Adapt to the real rules, not the ones you were taught as a child. If you do, you won't just survive this world. You'll shape it to your will.